Top 10 Richest African Presidents 2020. Hello Displowers, welcome back to another interesting video and thanks for watching. In this video, we shall be counting down the top 10 richest African presidents as of 2020. The African continent is often considered as the poorest continent in the world, but there are some head of states who are making some pretty good money for themselves and are able to live way above expectations. Some amass wealth from having several investment interests like businesses, the financial sector, real estate, and also their earnings as head of state. We know that most African leaders are corrupt, and a huge chunk of their wealth are acquired through unsubstantiated methods, and as a result don't declare their total wealth. So in this video, we shall do this countdown using Forbes classifications of 2020 richest presidents. If you are new here, welcome. Be sure to subscribe and turn notifications so you do not miss any of our videos. Without any waste of time, here are the top 10 richest African presidents for 2020. Number 10. Abdel Fattah el-Sisi. Net worth $185 million. Abdel Fattah Saeed Hussein Khalil el-Sisi is an Egyptian politician who is the 6th and current president of Egypt. He is the 10th richest president in Africa with an estimated net worth of over $185 million. President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi currently uses, amongst other luxurious cars, a black armored variant of the 2013 Mercedes Benz S-Class with a special black number plate with the presidential crest above Arabic 1. In 2017, after he was sworn in for his next term, Egypt signed a contract to buy 4 luxury private jets at the cost of $340 million. Days after, the president said he will not shy away from enacting tough economic reforms. We can almost conclude that the president doesn't spare any expenses when it comes to getting himself the luxurious things of life. Number 9. King Mswati III. Net worth $200 million. King Mswati III, born April 1968, is the king of Eswatini and head of Swazi royal family. He was crowned as the king of Swaziland on the 25th of April 1986 at the age of 18, making him the youngest ruling monarch in the world at that time. He is known for his practice of polygamy and currently has 15 wives. His policies and lavish lifestyle has led to local protests and international criticism. Despite the fact that more than 60% of the country's population lives below the poverty line, King Mswati still lives expensively and spends lavishly. He has 13 palaces, a collection of private jets, and doesn't spare any expenses when it comes to his lifestyle. For example, in the 2014 national budget, Parliament allocated $61 million for the king's annual household budget, while 63% of Swazis live on less than $1.25 per day. Following criticism of his purchase of luxury cars including the $500,000 Daimler Chrysler flagship Maybach 62 luxury automobile, he banned the photography of his vehicles. King Mswati has fleets of Mercedes and BMW cars, including at least one Rolls-Royce and a $500,000 Maybach 62. To add to his collection is a private jet that is estimated to cost $17 million and was speculated to have been purchased with public funds. Number 8. ISAIAS AFWERKI. Net worth $210 million. ISAIAS AFWERKI, born on the 2nd of February 1946, is the first president of Eritrea, a position he has held since the country's independence in 1993. He led the Eritrean Liberation Front to victory in May 1991, ending the 30-year-old War of Independence. The Eritrean president is the 8th richest president in Africa with an estimated worth of $210 million. But the irony is that President ISAIAS AFWERKI is amongst the lowest paid African presidents. His leadership quality has been questioned because of how he rules using a draconian style of government. This report is backed with charges of human rights violations by the United Nations and Amnesty International. He oversees the nation's finance, which makes him to have access to the country's wealth. And despite the dilapidated state of his country, he is amongst the richest African presidents. Number 7. CYRIL RAMAPHOSA. Net worth $450 million. Matamela Cyril Ramaphosa is a South African politician, the 5th and current president of South Africa. Previously an anti-apartheid activist, trade union leader and businessman, Ramaphosa served as the deputy president of South Africa from 2014 to 2018. Ramaphosa is well known as a businessman, and his estimated net worth is over $450 million. With 31 properties and previously held notable ownership in companies such as McDonald's South Africa, chair of the board for MTN, and member of the board for Lonmin. He owns a luxury mansion at the foot of Lion's Head in Cape Town, and that is just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to his landed property and luxuries. RAMAPHOSA is known to be one of the richest people in South Africa and has appeared in financial magazines such as Forbes Africa and Bloomberg. Number 6. Paul Biya. Net worth $500 million. Paul Biya, born 14th of February 1933, is a Cameroonian politician currently serving as President of Cameroon since the 6th of November 1982. The reported autocratic leader Paul Biya has businesses interest in oil and gas, amongst other things. President Biya is the richest man in Cameroon, and it's reported that Biya lives an expensive and lavish lifestyle, and on vacation, he spends about $40,000 on accommodation alone. More so, he has houses, investments and businesses in different countries around the world. He has the most luxurious and safest presidential car in Africa, a stretched armored limousine from the German luxury Turner Klassen. It is based on the Range Rover Autobiography SUV and comes with the highest levels of ballistic protection in level 7. Despite the poverty in the country, one thing that is eminent is that the wealth and resources of the country are manifested in the president and his family's lavish lifestyle. Number 5. UHURU KENYATTA. Net worth $500 million. UHURU KENYATTA, born 26th of October 1961, is a Kenyan politician and businessman who is also the current president of Kenya. He has many business interests in hotels, real estate, media and banking, and his net worth is estimated at $500,000 by Forbes magazine. Before becoming a president, he served in the government as the Minister of Local Government from 2001 to 2002. The former minister turned president accrued a large chunk of his wealth in the real estate industry, owning land of over 500,000 acres in Kenya. In addition to his sources of income, President Uhuru also has stakes in Kenyan media companies, hotels and banks amongst others. Number 4. Paul Kagame. Net worth $500 million. Paul Kagame, born on the 23rd of October 1957, is the president of Rwanda. He is the 6th president of Rwanda, occupying office from the year 2000. Prior to entering politics, he was a soldier in the armed forces. As president, he has prioritized national development launching, a program to develop Rwanda as a middle-income country by the end of 2020. He has so many business operations that increase his wealth base, and being the president also adds to his wealth. Being one of the most loved and simple presidents in Africa, it is hard to comprehend that he is among the elite presidents with a lot of money to their names. He drives a Range Rover Sentinel worth $500,000 and also has a Gulfstream luxury jet. Number 3. OBIANG MBASOGO. Net worth $600 million. The third richest African president is President Theodoro of Equatorial Guinea. Born 5th June 1942, Teodoro Obiang is an Equatorial Guinean politician who has been president since 1979. For over 41 years and counting, the president has been ruling Equatorial Guinea, the office he occupied after a military coup, overthrowing his uncle from office in 1979. A large chunk of his wealth is believed to have been acquired through looting and plundering the oil-rich nation. Reports having that his son has followed in his steps, living lavishly in the $35 million estate built in Malibu, and having 3 Bugatti Verona costing $1.7 million. President Theodoro's net worth, according to Forbes magazine, is estimated to $600 million. He is also in charge of the country's national treasury, which makes him to have access to the nation's wealth. Number 2. Ali Bongo, net worth $2 billion. Ali Bongo Ondimba is the president of Gabon, born on February 9, 1959, and has been ruling Gabon for 10 years and counting, having assumed office from October 2009 till date. Gabon has been ranked as the 5th largest oil producer in Africa. Thus, the country depends largely on crude oil exportation. Yet poverty is still a matter of concern in the country, as the people of Gabon live below the poverty line, but the president lives in extreme luxury. France 24 has obtained documents, photos and conducted interviews which show that the Gabonese presidency owns a veritable armada of luxury cars. In Maybach, Mercedes, Rolls-Royce, BMW are just a few of them. The fleet contains several hundred fancy cars, some of which are almost never used, in a country where more than one-third of the population lives under the poverty line. It was also reported by Daily Mail that the president spent $129 million for a mansion in Paris, which is just one of the numerous landed property he owns around the world. According to Forbes magazine, he is worth $2 billion and has many business interests and numerous industries. Number 1. Mohammed VI, net worth $5 billion. Mohammed VI, born on the 26th of August 1963, is the King of Morocco, and according to Forbes magazine, he is the richest president in Africa. Upon the death of his father, Mohammed ascended the throne on the 23rd of July 1999. He is the most educated president in Africa, obtaining different degrees from different prestigious institutions worldwide. During his ascension to the throne, Mohammed VI promised the Moroccan citizens that he would tackle poverty and corruption in the country, as well as reduce the unemployment rate and improve human rights status, which is demeaned in the country. Fortunately, it hasn't been an empty promise. So far, he leaves no stone unturned to ensure most of these promises are kept, and this trait has earned him the title the Defender of the Poor. He is a Moroccan leading businessman and banker, and by 2015 his wealth was estimated to $2.5 billion. And just a few years later, he has doubled that wealth to over $5 billion. The Moroccan royal family has one of the largest fortunes in the world, and along with his family, they hold the majority stakes in the Société Nationale d'Investissement (SNI), which has a diverse portfolio consisting mainly businesses in banking, mining, tourism, telecommunications, energy, and more, which has enabled him to amass a lot of wealth. There you have it, explorers. Those were the top 10 richest African presidents in 2020. Thanks for watching this video. If you want us to cover any of your top 10 topics, leave a suggestion in the comment section and we will do well to grant your request. Also, if you did enjoy this video, do well to give it a thumbs up and do not forget to subscribe and share with your friends.